So today, we're not just going to watch a YouTube video. Nope. We're going to tear it apart, reverse engineer it. We're breaking down Mr. Beast's insane challenge, Survive 30 Days Trapped in the Sky, to see how something this viral is meticulously built, piece by dramatic piece. Let's start right at the beginning. It all starts with a number, a really big number, $250,000. And you got to understand, this isn't just a prize. This is the engine, the fuel that drives every single decision, every conflict, and every nail-biting moment for the next 30 days.
And right away, that makes you ask yourself, right? I mean, seriously, what would you be willing to put up with for a sum of money that could literally change your life? That's the hook that gets us all.
And here's the architect himself, setting the stage. With just one sentence, Mr. Beast lays out this absolutely wild premise. You've got two complete strangers, trapped 100 feet in the air, with a fortune just dangling there.
Okay, so let's dig into the setup here because this is so much more than just a test of endurance. Oh no, it is a carefully designed social experiment that is built around one particularly ruthless twist.
First things first, you need your players. And check this out. We've got Allison, a construction worker, and Angus, a reality TV star. The producers themselves called them complete polar opposites. And you know what? That is not an accident. That is textbook storytelling 101 for how you manufacture drama right from the get-go.
And here it is, the twist. The brilliant but kind of brutal game mechanic. This one rule changes absolutely everything. It completely flips the script from a team game to a psychological battle where your partner's failure could literally be your biggest payday. You're actually incentivized to see them quit.
So you've got the setup, you've got the twist. Now let's see how it all plays out in their very first test. This is where that brand new, fragile partnership gets put under some serious pressure, immediately. The challenge seems simple enough on the surface. They've got these awesome, upgraded tents on the line. All they gotta do is hit a target with a tennis ball. Simple. But, and this is a huge but, if just one of them fails, they don't just lose the tents. They lose a quarter of their actual platform. Their world literally shrinks. This creates just a perfect storm of desire and fear. On one side, you've got the dream, comfort, pillows, blankets, a roof over your head. And on the other side, you've got the nightmare, losing the one tiny bit of space you have in the sky.
And boom, Allison just nails it on her first try. Instantly, every ounce of pressure in the sky lands squarely on Angus's shoulders, and you can almost hear the producers whispering in his ear, "Are you really gonna let her down?" It's no longer about his skill, it's all about the psychological warfare of not being the one to fail. And he misses. All 3 shots.
You know, that first failure, it wasn't just a single moment. It was the first domino to fall, and it kicks off this complete and total downward spiral. This next part is all about watching how one person's repeated mistakes can start to doom them both.
I mean, you can see the pattern laid out so clearly here. Day 5, he botches the tennis ball challenge. They lose space. Day 10, he falls asleep during another challenge, and they lose all their good food and another piece of the platform. By day 15, the pressure has just compounded so much that he wipes out on the balance beam, and he's out. It's a cascade of failure.
And you can just hear the toll it's taken in his own words. This isn't just about physical stuff anymore. It's about that mental weight of letting someone down over and over until quitting feels like the only possible option left.
So Angus is gone. And just like that, the entire nature of the challenge completely transforms. Now Allison is facing a brand new opponent. Just profound, crushing isolation. And her reaction is immediate. The silence is deafening. The whole game pivots from this intense interpersonal conflict to this quiet internal battle against loneliness and sheer boredom.
So here's the question for the producers, right? How do you make being alone visually compelling? Well, you introduce a new relentless test. But look at that last point. The timing is strategic. It's designed to keep her constantly on edge, to never let her relax. It's a pretty brilliant way to weaponize monotony.
So all of this, the partnership, the failure, the solitude, it's all been building to this one moment, the grand finale. After surviving 30 days, Allison is presented with the ultimate test of nerve and logic. And here it is, the final choice. Option 1, walk away with a guaranteed, life-changing $250,000. Or option 2, risk it all
every single penny on a double-or-nothing gamble on the very same obstacle that took her partner out. But of course, they don't just let her decide in silence. Oh no. They orchestrate a full-blown pressure campaign. They bring back Angus, the ghost of failure past. They bring in her family to dial up the emotional pressure. They amplify all these external voices to deliberately cloud her own internal judgment.
And this one single line she says just perfectly captures the turmoil going on in her head. It's the battle between your rational mind, which knows the risk, and your ego, which is just whispering, you know you can do it. You're better than he was. So with all that pressure, with $500,000 just hanging in the balance, what does she do? What's the call? Okay, let's break down her choice and the reality of what happened next, because it reveals what the true final test of this entire experiment really was.
She chooses the guaranteed money. She takes the smart option. And here's the masterstroke. They have her try the beam anyway, just for fun. And what happens? She falls. This proves with 100% certainty that she made the right call. The final challenge wasn't actually the beam. It was resisting the ego-driven temptation to even try it.
So it leaves us with this final thought, right? When we watch these spectacular challenges, are we just seeing spontaneous events unfold, or are we actually witnessing a perfectly constructed piece of psychological architecture designed from the ground up to guarantee drama every single time?